My brothers and sisters, today, I want to speak to the heart of your struggle, the core of your doubt, and the essence of your faith. I want to talk about trusting God's plan even when it hurts, even when it confuses you, and especially when it feels like nothing is working. Let me tell you something that will shift your whole perspective. God's plan is not always comfortable, but it is always purposeful. And if you're waiting for it to feel good before you believe it's God, you may never move forward. Some of the greatest moves of God in your life will come wrapped in discomfort. Pain, confusion, delay, detours, they don't mean God left you. Sometimes they are the very evidence that He's working behind the scenes, orchestrating something greater than your current understanding. See, we like the promise, we shout over the prophecy, we get excited about the destiny, but what happens when the path to the promise doesn't look like what we expected? What happens when the plan God has for us includes loneliness, betrayal, hardship, and closed doors? Some of us start questioning whether it was God at all. But I came to tell you today, don't confuse discomfort with the absence of God. God is not only in the celebration, He's in the struggle. He's not only in the miracle, He's in the mess. He's in the process, even when the process feels like it's breaking you. If Joseph had judged God's plan based on the pit, he would have never seen the palace. If David had walked away during the years of running from Saul, he would have missed the crown. If Jesus had said, "This cross is too much," he would not have walked in resurrection power. God's plan often begins in pain but ends in power. The problem with many of us is that we want the product without the process. We want the glory without the grind. We want to walk into destiny without walking through difficulty. But growth doesn't come in comfort zones. God uses the pressure to prepare you, the fire to forge you, and the breaking to build you. And if you can endure it, if you can trust Him in it, you'll see that every tear had a purpose, every setback had a reason, and every struggle had a lesson. Sometimes God will disrupt your comfort to activate your calling. He will allow things to fall apart, not to destroy you, but to develop you. You may not like the season you're in, but trust me, there is something in it that you need for the next level. What feels like a breakdown is often the birthplace of breakthrough. So don't run from the discomfort. Don't retreat in the face of the unfamiliar. Don't reject the parts of the plan that don't feel good. Because on the other side of the pain is purpose, on the other side of the chaos is clarity, on the other side of the fire is favor. And God is too wise to make a mistake, too loving to be cruel, and too faithful to fail. You may not understand the plan, but you can trust the God who designed it. It may look like it's over. It may feel like the curtain has closed, the lights have gone out, and the dream has died. But I came to tell you today with fire in my bones and faith in my spirit, this is not the end of your story. Just because you're in a dark chapter doesn't mean the book is finished. The author of your life is still writing, still moving, still turning the page, even when you can't see what He's doing. You may be going through a season that makes no sense. You're standing in the middle of broken pieces, plans that fell apart, people that walked away, doors that slammed in your face. And you're wondering, God, where are you in this? But let me remind you, every good story has moments of tension, moments of sorrow, moments where the hero looks like they're going to lose. That's what makes the victory so sweet. That's what makes the comeback so powerful. Don't judge the whole by the moment. Asterisk, asterisk, God is not finished with you. Asterisk, asterisk, just because you're in a valley doesn't mean God has left you. The valley is not the end. The valley is where strength is built. It's where faith is forged. It's where God molds you, grows you, and prepares you. You can't have a mountaintop without first walking through a valley. Asterisk, asterisk, you are not buried. You are planted. Asterisk, asterisk, and in due season you will rise again. See, the enemy wants you to give up right here. He wants you to confuse the middle with the conclusion. He wants you to sit down and surrender in chapter 7 when God has already written chapter 8, chapter 9, and chapter 10. But if you just keep walking, just keep believing, just keep trusting, you'll see what he promised. You'll see that everything the enemy used to try and take you out, God will use to lift you up. Sometimes the things that look like an ending are really divine setups for a new beginning. That job you lost, it might have been the push you needed to step into your purpose. That relationship that ended, it might have been God's protection from a future you couldn't see. That storm you walked through, it didn't destroy you, it developed you. Asterisk, asterisk, God is not trying to ruin you, he's trying to reroute you. Asterisk, asterisk, lift your head, square your shoulders, and remind yourself. Asterisk, asterisk, this is not how my story ends. Asterisk, asterisk, there's more for you. More grace, more strength, more destiny, and the very things that tried to break you will be the evidence of what God can bring you through. Don't give up in the middle of the miracle. Don't stop when you're just a few steps from breakthrough. Asterisk, asterisk, the story is still unfolding, and God always finishes what he starts. Asterisk, asterisk, just because it hasn't happened yet doesn't mean it won't. Don't confuse God's silence with his absence, and don't mistake his delay for a denial. Asterisk, asterisk, God's timing is perfect, and he doesn't operate on our schedules. Asterisk, asterisk, you've been praying, believing, fasting, declaring, and yet the breakthrough hasn't come. The healing hasn't shown up. The door hasn't opened, and the enemy is whispering in your ear, maybe it's not for you. But let me speak louder than that lie. Asterisk, asterisk, a delay is not a denial. Asterisk, asterisk, see, we serve a God who knows the end from the beginning. He's not guessing, he's not experimenting, he's not scrambling to make your life work. He's orchestrating every detail with divine precision. When he says not yet, he's not withholding your blessing, he's protecting your destiny. Sometimes the greatest form of love is restraint. Asterisk, asterisk, he'll hold it back until you're ready, until they're ready, until the season is ready. Asterisk, asterisk, it's not that he won't do it. It's that he wants to do it right. You don't want a blessing out of season. You don't want a harvest before you've got the strength to carry it. You don't want a platform without the character to stand on it. And so, God in his infinite wisdom says, wait. And in the waiting, he works on you. In the delay, he's developing something in you, asterisk, asterisk, patience, endurance, trust, humility, obedience. Asterisk, asterisk, let's be real, waiting is hard. We live in a generation that wants everything now, instant results, instant answers, instant success. But God is not microwave-minded. He's not in a hurry because he's eternal. He's more concerned with making you ready than making you happy. And sometimes the thing he's working on the most is you. The enemy wants you to walk away before the promise comes. He wants to convince you that the delay is a sign that God has forgotten you. But can I remind you that Lazarus was dead 4 days before Jesus showed up? Everybody else had given up, but when Jesus came, he didn't just heal ***, he resurrected. ***, the delay made the miracle undeniable. So don't stop praying, don't stop believing, don't stop sowing, praising, or preparing. Just because you haven't seen it doesn't mean it's not on the way. God doesn't tease ***, he fulfills. ***, he watches over his word to perform it, and he's not a man that he should lie. If he said it, he'll do it. If he spoke it, he'll bring it to pass. ***, but it will happen in his time, not yours. ***, you don't need it faster. You need it right. You don't need it now. You need it complete. And when it shows up, you'll realize that the wait wasn't wasted. It was preparing you for the weight of glory that's about to fall on your life. ***, so trust in the delay because your promise is still on schedule. ***, everybody wants the crown, but nobody wants the crushing. Everybody wants the promise, but not everybody is willing to go through the process. You see, before God elevates you, ***, he refines you. ***, before he trusts you with the platform, he takes you through the fire. And that fire isn't punishment, it's preparation. He's not trying to hurt you. He's trying to shape you into the vessel that can carry what he's about to pour. We often pray for elevation. We ask God to take us higher, to open new doors, to enlarge our territory. But what we don't always understand is that ***, the weight of glory, is heavy ***. And if you're not rooted deep enough, what's supposed to bless you could crush you. So before God lifts you, he grounds you. Before he multiplies your influence, he deepens your integrity. He's not just interested in giving you success, he's committed to building your character. The refining doesn't happen on the stage. It happens in the shadows. It happens in the midnight hours when no one sees your tears. It happens in the hidden places where your heart is tested, your motives are exposed, and your faith is stretched. ***, God does his best work in secret. ***, and while you're crying, Lord, where are you? He's saying, I'm right here, working in you before I work through you. Think about the olive. Before the oil flows, it must be crushed. Think about gold. It has to go through the furnace to be purified. And you, my friend, are no different. That pressing, that pruning, that pressure. It's not in vain. It's producing something in you that can't be developed any other way. ***, God is refining your patience, your endurance, your obedience, your humility, so that when the elevation comes, you don't lose your soul trying to keep it. ***, sometimes we want to skip the process. We want to go from calling to crown with no valley in between, but it doesn't work like that. David was anointed king long before he sat on the throne. He had to face giants, endure rejection, and hide in caves before he wore the crown. And yet, all of it was necessary. Why? Because elevation without preparation is dangerous. You might get there, but you won't stay there. You might rise quickly, but without roots, you'll fall even quicker. So if you're in a refining season, don't despise it. Don't run from it. Don't curse what God is using to build you. ***, he loves you too much to promote you prematurely. ***, when he gets done with you, you won't just be gifted, you'll be grounded. You won't just be called, you'll be equipped, and when the door opens, you won't just walk through it, You'll be ready to stand in it. God is shaping you for something greater, and when the time is right, He'll lift you in a way that no man, no devil, and no circumstance can stop. Asterisk, asterisk, let Him refine you, because the elevation is coming. Asterisk, asterisk, there comes a time in every believer's life when the path gets dark, the voices get quiet, and all you have left is a whisper in your spirit, saying, "Trust me." That's when real faith shows up. Not when everything is clear, not when the doors are flying open, but when you can't see what's next and you still take a step. Asterisk, asterisk, faith doesn't walk by sight. It walks by trust. Asterisk, asterisk, and trusting God's plan means believing Him when nothing makes sense, when all logic screams no. But your spirit still says yes. You see, we like control. We like certainty. We like to have it all mapped out. But God doesn't give us the full picture. He gives us a word, a whisper, a glimpse, and then He says, "Follow me." That's uncomfortable. That's stretching. That's unsettling, but that's where growth happens. Asterisk, asterisk, you don't need faith for what you can see. You need faith for what you can't. Asterisk, asterisk, there are moments when God will ask you to move without giving you all the details. He'll call you to step out of the boat while the storm is still raging. And here's the hard part. He won't always explain Himself. He won't always tell you why it had to happen the way it did. And if you need answers before you obey, you'll delay your destiny. God is not obligated to explain. He's inviting you to trust. Asterisk, asterisk, trust that He's leading you, even when you don't know where you're going. Asterisk, asterisk, trust that the detour is divine. Trust that the delay is intentional. Trust that the closed door was protection, that broken relationship. It hurt, but it saved you. That opportunity that fell through, it disappointed you, but it delivered you from what you didn't even see coming. Faith that depends on full understanding is not faith. It's comfort. But real trust says, "God, I don't get it, but I still believe You. I don't like it, but I still follow You. I don't see it, but I still praise You." That's the kind of trust that shakes heaven. That's the kind of trust that makes demons nervous. That's the kind of trust that opens doors no man can shut. You've got to trust that God is too wise to make a mistake and too loving to mislead you. He sees the whole picture. He's already in your tomorrow while you're worried about today. And if you could see what He sees, you'd stop worrying and start worshiping. If you could glimpse the glory on the other side of your yes, you'd run, not walk. So today, don't lean on your own understanding. Don't wait for clarity to obey. Move when He says move. Step even when your legs are trembling. Asterisk, asterisk, trust isn't just a feeling, it's a decision. Asterisk, asterisk, a decision to believe that God is who He says He is, and that He will do what He said He would do, even if it doesn't look like it right now. Asterisk, asterisk, faith doesn't need proof. It rests on the promise. Asterisk, asterisk, trust the plan, trust the process, trust your God. Some of the things that broke you were actually the things that built you. Some of the doors that closed were never meant to open. And some of the people who walked away were never part of the destination God had for you. Asterisk, asterisk, what you thought was rejection was really redirection. Asterisk, asterisk, what you called pain, God called preparation. He doesn't waste anything. Not your tears, not your trials, not your time. Everything the enemy meant for evil, God is still turning it for your good. We don't always see it when we're in it. We cry, we question, We wonder why things had to happen the way they did. But hindsight has a way of showing us that the very thing we hated became the thing that helped us. That breakup that shattered your heart, it positioned you for a healthy love. That job you lost, it opened the door to purpose. That storm that almost took you out, it taught you how to stand. Asterisk, asterisk, God uses pain as a platform for purpose. Asterisk, asterisk, you don't become strong in easy seasons. Strength is built in struggle. Endurance is born in the fire. And sometimes God allows you to be pressed so He can prove what's inside of you. The anointing doesn't fall without crushing. The oil flows when the olive is crushed. And that's what God is doing, asterisk, asterisk, bringing oil from the places that were meant to destroy you. Asterisk, asterisk, stop cursing the seasons that shaped you. That no was necessary. That delay was divine. That betrayal was a blessing in disguise. Because if they hadn't lied on you, you wouldn't have leaned on God the way you did. If they hadn't walked away, you wouldn't have discovered how strong you really are. God didn't remove the pain, but He redeemed it. He used it. He turned it into a testimony. Some of you have been wondering why it had to hurt so much, why it had to break like it did, but you're still standing, you're still here, and you're stronger than you've ever been. That's not just survival. That's asterisk, asterisk evidence that purpose is still alive inside of you. Asterisk, asterisk, you didn't just go through it, you grew through it. You didn't just survive it, you overcame it. So don't get stuck in what was. Don't let bitterness chain you to a past God already delivered you from. Asterisk, asterisk, let God take that pain and turn it into power. Let Him use that rejection as a road sign pointing you toward what's next. Asterisk, asterisk, you didn't lose, you learned. You didn't break, you became unbreakable. You didn't fail, you got refined. God is not done. What looked like the end is setting you up for a fresh beginning. What you thought was a setback is actually a setup. He's taking the fragments of your past and building something beautiful. So lift your head, shake off the ashes, and get ready, asterisk, asterisk, because God is about to make purpose out of your pain and glory out of your story. Asterisk, asterisk,